Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today is BookList Thursday, and BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. So last week we talked about pandemic books, which was very timely and appropriate if you like to read about stuff you're experiencing yourself right now. But that's not for everybody. And it's not always for me either. Sometimes I just like to escape into a good book. So today we're recommending the types of books that we look forward to kind of escaping into to kind of just maybe get away from what the reality is right now. So I have a couple different categories of books I tend to gravitate towards when I do want to just escape into a good book. The first one, of course, is rom-com, chick lit, romance, whatever you want to call this kind of category of books. And the few examples I have of that is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This follows our two main characters. We have Lucy and Josh, and they work together at the same firm or it's a publishing company. So they are assistants to the two CEOs that run this publishing company, and they just do not get along. They just despise each other. But of course, as you can guess, it's a hate to love, and it is all of those things that you want in a rom-com hate to love type book. Easy read, definitely just fell into this story and in with these characters and just didn't really have to ponder much, think much. You just go with the flow. So there's first recommendation for that one. The next one I have is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Similar kind of story. This has dual timelines though, so you're finding out what happened in the past when Macy and Elliot were like the best of friends. You could not separate these two. They got along so well, but then you're in the future where they kind of run into each other and you can tell something happened. They're no longer friends. They're no longer even acquaintances. And so you're going back and forth with these dual timelines trying to figure out what exactly happened between the two of them. And this is like, if I ever wanted to find a fictional boyfriend, it is Elliot. I love Elliot. Everybody needs an Elliot in their life. So if you're looking for that, read this book. And my last one is just a fun, cheeky, if you want a funny book, The Dirty Book Club by Lacey Harrison. So this is about a woman. Her name's MJ. She has her dream job, super sexy boyfriend who's a doctor, leaves her glamorous life in New York behind and moves to California to live with him and give it a try. And she meets her neighbor Gloria, her elderly neighbor Gloria, and Gloria invites her into her dirty book club. So you follow this story by the books that they read in their dirty book club, and what all of the ladies have to say about it, and just kind of MJ's relationship with Gloria, who lives next door. I'm trying to find another example of a book, because of course the one I went to was 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, here's another one. When was this one? Henry and June. But anyways, I have tabs in them because there are some just funny parts that I was laughing out loud to. Is this a most fantastic book that it's not going to be a favorite of mine? It is just something that you can get lost in that will bring you some humor because Gloria is funny, MJ's funny, the book club is funny. It's a cute book. So definitely suggest those three. My next example of books to kind of just get lost in or to lose yourself in are more like family sagas or more drama type books. So I have a couple here. One is YA, so we have Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Anything by Morgan Matson is an easy read. You can easily kind of get lost in. This follows two friends, Sloane and, what is the main character's name? Emily. Emily is more reserved. Sloane is like total extrovert, going out there doing things that Emily would never think of, and all of a sudden one day Sloane is gone, and Sloane leaves Emily a list of 13 things she needs to do that summer. Kiss a stranger, go skinny dipping, steal something, break something, Penelope, which we don't know what that is, ride a horse, 55 South Ave, ask for Mona, the backless dress and something to wear and somewhere to wear it, dance until dawn, share some secrets in the dark, hug a Jamie, apple picking at night, and sleep under the stars. And Emily cannot even imagine finishing this list. These are all outside of her comfort zone, but she thinks that if she finishes this list, maybe her best friend Sloane will come back, or it will lead to her or something, because she just doesn't understand where Sloane went. So, great book to get lost in. Anything by Morgan Matson is a great book to get lost in. And then the next one is kind of similar thing. Anything by Leela Meacham. Total family drama. These are historical fiction set in the South. Somerset follows our family. We have the Tollivers, the Warwicks, and the Dumonts, and they have plantations in the South. And it's just this glorious, gives you Gone with the Wind vibes, family drama filled story. There's Somerset, there's Roses, and there's Tumbleweeds. So you can read them alone, but it kind of follows the same family through time. So I would prefer to go in earlier, but that's just me. And Somerset, I believe, is the first one. So, or maybe it's the second. No, I feel like it was the first. I don't know. But gives you Gone with the Wind feels, total family Southern drama. Loved it. And then my last group of recommendations is, you know what? If you want to escape reality completely and just jump into a whole nother world altogether, go with a classic fantasy book. So the first one I have is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Oh my gosh, you will totally fall into a whole new world with this one. So this follows our main character, what's his name? Wade. Oh yeah, Wade. And it's the year 2044, so we're in the future, and we did not treat this planet very nicely at all. So being in reality kind of sucks, because he lives in the stacks, which is legit stacks of RVs, one on top of another, and that's where he lives. So the majority of people don't really like being in reality, so they all put on their virtual reality hats and go live in the Oasis most of the time, which is this virtual reality place. So the person who created the Oasis, I can't think of his name, he passes away and leaves these clues or Easter eggs within the Oasis, and whomever finds them all and gets to the certain key and all this fun stuff gets his fortune. So Wade decides to, you know what, why not? Let's try to get that. And you go on this epic adventure that takes you back to classic 80s songs and video games and pop culture, and it is amazing. And then when you're done with the book, you can watch the movie, because I've heard it's good too. I haven't watched it yet though. I know. So Ready Player One for sure. Next one, I know it's middle grade and I can't talk about Nevermore enough, but this is about the Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This follows our main character Morgan as she is approaching her 11th birthday, I believe, and she is a cursed child, like massively cursed child. Like bad things happen whenever she's around, and she gets blamed for a lot of things. And so it's basically her destiny to die on her 11th birthday, and she knows this, but her 11th birthday comes and this guy named Jupiter shows up and says, okay, you can either come with me to Nevermore or you can stay here and die. So she goes with him to Nevermore. And it goes from there, and it's fantastic. You will definitely escape reality with that one. But if that one seems a little too kiddish to you, go with A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is a trilogy. I guarantee you will get lost in this book. I love this trilogy. She also has a brand new one out called Crescent City. So if you haven't read, or if you've already read these, you can always pick up Crescent City and submerge yourself in there. But this talks about our main character, Feyre, is hungry and she's trying to help support her dad and her sisters, and she goes into the forest one day and she kills a wolf. She drags it home and she doesn't believe it, but she accidentally killed a fae or a fairy, right? And another one shows up, Tamlin shows up. Oh yeah, they're fairies. Not Tamlin shows up. So in order to kind of pay her price, because she shouldn't have killed him, she has to go live in the fairy world. Stormy's here, I'm just trying to prevent him from knocking over the camera. So Feyre has to go live in the fairy world as kind of payment for this wolf that she killed. and it just goes from there. It is a beautiful world. You can picture it. You picture the system of, I guess, magic, you could say, or the powers that they have. It's gorgeous. I don't want to give away too much, but I got completely lost in this trilogy. You won't want to put it down. I don't know which book is my favorite. In fact, I love them all for different reasons. So definitely highly suggest this one. And I've heard great things about her new one as well. So those are my ideas of books to get lost in, and he really wants to go to the camera. Make sure you hop over to Sarah's channel and check out what she has for recommendations for today for books you should get lost in. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.